booster vaccine doses. Dr. Jamil, booster vaccine doses, will they be needed? A number of people believe that sooner or later we will have to go in for a booster, even those who are double vaccinated, to ensure that the immunity is even greater than it is today. Do we need a booster vaccine dose? Dr. Thakkar?
So, yes, I think eventually.
Yes, Dr. Jamil. Go ahead, Dr. Jamil.
But is the time now in India to give booster doses? I don't think so. I think the focus in India has to be to get all those people who have one dose to take the second dose, and all those who have not had any dose to take one dose and two doses. And then we may start doing boosters, starting with more vulnerable populations, like the elderly, like people who have other comorbidities. There is this thinking that the antibody levels go down and therefore boosters are needed. But so far, we don't really know what the correlates of protection are. What is the level of antibody that will protect? We are not even talking about T cells and their role in protection.
That's an interesting. Dr. Jamil, do you believe therefore that we need to, and this is a question being asked by someone from Chennai, should I keep checking antibody levels?
No, I don't think so. I think that's what I was saying. We don't know whether 100 international units protects or 10 protects. We don't know that. You're going to be simply spending a lot of money and worrying yourself to death. Don't do that. You have been vaccinated fully. Continue to protect yourself. Use common sense, but it doesn't mean that you should stop living. We are thankfully in India at a stage where we can go about our normal activity, but go about it with caution and do that.
How common though, Dr. Jamil, and this is a question that is being asked, how common are infections among fully vaccinated and those who've got COVID before? There's been much talk about breakthrough infections. Do you believe that is a serious challenge going ahead at all?
I don't think it's a serious challenge. The thing is that individual cases are pointed out in the media, and we lose track of what is happening to populations. Yes, reinfections will happen because these vaccines are not designed to protect against infection. They are designed to protect against severe disease and mortality. So reinfections will happen, but what the data shows is that reinfections in people who are fully vaccinated are really, really low. It's somewhere around the range of 1 to 1.5%.
Okay, so, I am, in all the months that we've done a doctor's roundtable, first time getting such reassuring messages from all of you. It almost seems that there is light finally at the end of the tunnel. Dr. Thakkar, after effects and long COVID, we've discussed this in the past and it was a big concern. Someone has written in, what are the COVID after effects that I should still be worried about? I had COVID, I feel a sense of fatigue and also hair loss. Are these concerns that should be looked at, Dr. Thakkar? Are you getting a lot of patients with long COVID?
So we're getting people with complaints like hair loss very, very commonly, like they get hair loss after dengue fever. Even after dengue fever, they have hair loss, which they have after COVID. The question of fatigue, how much of fatigue is real and how much is in the mind, we need to segregate. By long COVID, we as doctors really worry about the breathing problems, the destruction of respiratory tree, which needs to be mended, and the loss or fibrosis in the lungs. Maybe the possibility of recurrent thromboembolic events because of clotting. So if you have had a patient who has comorbidities, we still keep them on blood thinners for a little longer or maybe much longer period of time. We give them respiratory exercises and if required drugs to see the compliance of the lungs is better. But weakness and hair loss really don't worry us so much because they are more subjective as compared to objective symptoms. The only treatment for that is good vitamins, healthy living, and you have to emphasize very clearly that just because you have COVID doesn't mean you don't need to wear a mask.
But should I?
Doesn't mean that you
Yes.
can.
That's an important part. Can I stop wearing masks or not, Doctor? Dr. Thakkar? No?
How can you stop? I've got right now 11 patients admitted in the hospital, and of these 11, 10 of them have been vaccinated. One person had COVID 18 months ago. But that doesn't mean that if you had COVID, you don't need to wear a mask. And as my colleague rightly pointed out, it's like flu. If I've taken the flu shot, doesn't mean I'll never get flu. I'll get a milder variety. None of them are on ventilators. None of them are on oxygen. They are mild symptoms. And we learn to cohabit with them.
Right.
And one day WHO just might say, oh, you have COVID, rest at home for 5 days and then come to office after that. That's the day I'm looking forward to. I don't want to take away 14 days.
Right.
We've already got now a 10-day limit. So we'll probably bring down the limit once we become endemic.